Embedded in families of rich and poor alike, a new form of drug addiction is killing our kids.
I do not live in poverty.
Prescription pills and over-the-counter cough medicines have young people cascading out of control and plunging into a pool of untold darkness.
It appears to be a relatively new form of addiction.
20-year-old Kelsey stays with her parents in El Dorado Hills. Yet, from the affluent suburbs, this attractive young woman comfortably slides into a drug-infested den in the heart of a run-down Sacramento neighborhood.
I'm going to be using my drug of choice, my pain reliever. Heroin. Actually, I started with pills, and I was using Oxy, and I did that for about 4 years, and I didn't start doing heroin until about a year and a half ago. I've struggled with a lot of depression throughout the years. It's like a quick fix and I'm out from the world. You don't have to feel that emotional pain.
Some people can think that they're treating a mental illness with drugs and then become drug addicted.
Kelsey's friend Casey is a veteran who served in Iraq and Afghanistan when he was 21. Injured in combat, he's now strung out on pain medication. He grinds up and injects his pills.
Bad thing of it is I have a 11-year-old son that I take care of, and I used to be somebody, you know? I used to be a good father.
Casey says his mom was an addict and that he was basically deprived of a childhood.
I was huffing gas with my brothers at 5 years old. Didn't know right from wrong. Didn't know how old I was. Nothing.
One of the most severe indicators of later pathology and drug addiction is the use of inhalants at an early age by children.
Psychologist Dr. Ernest Jarman says addiction is a genetic disease that runs in families.
If a child grows up and is influenced by the use of illegal drugs at the age of 5 or 7 by a parent, the child starts to normalize that.
Brian is 24 and lives with his mom and dad in Winters. He stole beer from his parents and started drinking in the 4th grade. Later, he was prescribed narcotic pain pills for a bad burn.
You start out using and you don't think you're addicted. And before you even know it, you are addicted.
These days, kids are drug-seeking in medicine cabinets. Some parents resort to locking up medications, and that's when teens turn to the streets.
Well, say if I were to be a drug dealer or whatever, I would have to go find someone that gets it prescribed, and they don't know how much it goes for on the streets because they're not used to it, so they'll go buy a pill or whatever anywhere from $8 to $15 a pop. And then they'll go sell it on the streets for $40 to $60.
Brian desperately wants to get clean.
The next time I use it could kill me.
As widespread and frightening as the teen drug epidemic is, kids are not being scared off.
I've seen people selling weed and Oxycontins and Vicodins.
Pain pills are popular with 18-year-old Brianna's friends, but her brush with death came from an overdose of cough syrup. She was only in the 8th grade.
I decided that I was going to attempt to, suicide.
The last 5 years have been rough.
Brianna lives with her mom, Stacy. Overdosing on cough syrup landed Brianna in the hospital emergency department.
When she was 13, she attempted suicide. It was very out of the blue, very unexpected. I never really saw that coming at all.
Brianna was also experimenting with other drugs.
It's just, a big escape.
At 16, Brianna became pregnant and is now the mother of a little girl named Ebony.
Actually, she wasn't really an accident. I intentionally wanted to have a baby because I wanted something to bring me out of how deep I had gotten into things.
Brianna is a good mom, and she's getting counseling. She got clean when she found out she was pregnant and attends a high school for other young moms. Her advice to other teens?
I danced sometimes like 5 times a week, and I think that there are natural types of drugs like, you know, what you get out of dancing or running or any extracurricular type of activity. I think if people do something like that, then that helps a lot.
People have energy in them, and we need to get that energy out.
15-year-old Julian burns off that energy by golfing.
When I was 10, my dad got me golf clubs for Christmas, and I just had a few lessons, and ever since then I just couldn't stop playing. I love it.
Julian wants to go to college and become a pro golfer. Still, he doesn't have to look far to see what other kids are doing.
Drugs, that's the big problem here. And, you know, kids think it's cool and they don't really have anything else to do, so they choose the drug life. I just told myself I'm never going to smoke or do drugs.
The cost of young people smoking meth, pot, drinking, taking pills, and injecting is astronomical. The government spends $500 billion a year as a result of addiction. The emotional toll, however, cannot even be calculated.
I just wished I had known more. I know so much more now, and I wished I had known what I know now then.
Linda Chapman pours through her daughter's baby clothes and other treasures. Tiffany Noel was Linda's Christmas baby. Tiffany had a healthy childhood until high school when she broke her neck in a serious car accident. She was prescribed pain pills and became addicted.
She was doctor shopping and pharmacy shopping actually too, so she was aware that she needed more prescription pain pills to feed her addiction.
Tiffany overdosed several times. The last trip to the hospital, her liver had essentially exploded, turning her beautiful blue eyes blood red. And weeks later, her body shut down.
She held on for quite a while, and then she died July 7th.
Tiffany was 27 years old.
I hear moms and daughters together, and I miss that. I miss her.
Education, prevention, sharing that information is the best defense against the addiction and the abuse.
She had so many hopes and dreams for her life. Being an addict wasn't one of them.
For information about how you can help educate, contact Pathway to Prevention, a group of mothers committed to change.